So the floor is yours, and thank you.
Okay, yeah, Rose for the staff who created the allotment of extra time for submission under the special consultative procedure. I do appreciate that, and that's something which is appreciated. This is document 23, so you have that document. If you wanted to turn to page 23 on that document. A long-time local resident, Mr. Ted Billett, has asked if I can address this car park outside the ANZ Bank on the left side going towards the water tower on Bridge Street. And I have. I've read the staff comment with regards to how these disabled parks are measured in the district, and that there was one across the road 30 metres. Mr. Billett's comment with regards to pulling into the one by the post office, it's a real hassle to back out of because you've got cars coming through from the courthouse, and if there's car parks and if you're elderly and you're disabled and stuff, and it's also a challenge having to cross the road as well when they're pedestrians.
Interesting you brought that out because I've had feedback exactly the same as that. So that's certainly one of the...
Yeah, so where it says no change to the bylaw, I'd like to say that that comes up a lot in my submissions, and it would be helpful not to actually have that comment of no change with the staff recommendation, so that it's not prejudged. I mean, the staff can change their minds as well. And I have changed my mind reading some of the staff comments, which is good. So I've also, but having it there where it says no change to the bylaw, I think we should free this consultative body up. So in that one, my suggestion is, I still would like to see that. Alan Blair was asked before he got elected to council, and then when he ran for mayor, to do this, and he was unable to get that car park in there for disabled people in 3 years. Bill Meacham was also asked as well, and again to Mr. Billett, he said, yep, that'll be my priority, and he was unable over 3 years to do it.
So just for clarification, you're wanting the disability car park to actually be on Bridge Street rather than going off up next to the post office. You're wanting it just to be,
As you come down Bridge Street towards the water tower, just where the ANZ Bank is, just before where that big high-rise is, there's a little pull-in just past Rosebery Street, which is the one way. There's a little pull-in place in there. That's where the disability, that's where it's requested. And the reason for that, for 6 years council is elected to council, we're unable to do it. And when I read the bylaw, there's a gazette, and number 14 on the gazette, if you just put in that car park spot has one of those, then they go through them when they repaint them and they go, oh, there's not one there, and they'll put it in. That's how simple it is to do. So so all I'm asking for is that line number 14 in the gazette for that car park to be. Now, council can then go through their thing and say, oh, we've got too many, or there's that, change it. We need to change our district. We can't just rely on no change to bylaws, let's just keep it status quo. The council can then make those comments, but then they can change them afterwards with regards to balancing them. But this is something that's been ongoing for 7 years, and I think it's about time that an old timer can ask for a disabled car park and the council can function in a way to provide it. It's just a test. Elected members have struggled with it for the last 6 years to do it. Here's the process that we can do it. So thank you for working out where it is. And all it is
I'm still not quite sure where it is. Is it just past Rosebery Street?
Just past Rosebery Street.
That
first car park there. Right. And it would have. The second part I put here, and I talked to someone this morning.
It's outside
the ANZ Bank.
The ANZ, is that?
No, what's the bank on the corner
National,
there?
it was.
It's that bank there.
Bank,
yeah, it's the one where the cash flow. Sorry, it's my.
Is that ANZ now?
Yeah. I've talked to someone as well with the tow truck services to contract to tow cars in that, and I wanted to have the contract reading 1 car per week, which goes in the newspaper, and then Kim goes round, Kim Mungden with his tow truck, and pulls out 1 car people they know that one car from one of these disabled car parks will be towed in the week. And that, to me, justice seemed to be done. However, someone said to me, no, let him go free for all. He makes money out of towing them, and if they're parked there and they don't have their $50 sticker, then all of them should go. So I wanted to share that feedback that I got. Preferably, I would just make him have a contract with one per week, no more, no less, just to get the ball rolling and publicise it. And I think we'll get a better feedback from the community. But it's up to you. If you do instate that, then it could also be everyone. Because a lot of old people find it challenging when those car parks are taken up and there's no consequences. Okay. On the back page of that document, so if we turn to the very back page.
Page 59?
Yeah. I was a bit unclear with the staff comment, just saying that trade waste is in liquid form. What I was interested in doing was separating the residential for the dump and also the trade waste that goes to the dump. It's something that is part of our hygiene for the district, and it's important. They're very costly to build a new dump, and I believe in 3 years' time there'll be a need for one, so we need to start planning for it now. So dumps can last for 35 years, but if we allow cheap access to commercial dumping, then they can fill up in a really short time. So I just wanted to make that comment where trade waste is made separately from residential waste management, and so we harmonise our dumping from locals, but I do think that it should be user pays for trade. They can drive it out of the district if they find a cheaper price, but we shouldn't be the magnet for filling up our public. It's very expensive to replace, so we don't want to do that. So that was that comment. The next page over, which is 38, was looking at the rat poison. I've been into the council and I've been told that there's no rat bait over the counter. And now this is at odds with what the staff member has said. They said that there is rat stations at the landfill, but what I was asking for was to be able to get a rat station that I can take to a residential place so that it can capture a rat. And I think because the core business of council is hygiene, and it's a small price to pay to have a bulk purchase of rats. What I did find out is that some of the staff weren't happy with handling rat poison, but I'm sure we can find a bag or a special device to make it safe. But I do think council should look at maintaining. They used to have it, and I've been advised from some of RD1, RD2 that the council provides it. So when I came down to ask, it wasn't. So I thought I'd put that in the bylaw because hygiene in our district is very important. So the next page I want to address is on page 33. Again,